Yes, this is a different kind of pre-race show. I'm not I'm not gonna say I won't do this again, but it's gonna be the first time for everything. Second league that we've done a pre-race show. I enjoy doing it when I'm solo. I want to bring it to the NXT series, but it's gonna be kind of difficult because we do interviews on Wednesday nights. But I brought in someone who actually owns the league. This is the Frank Cup series. My name is Bryn. Welcome in. This is the first race of. Make sure to include your audio of season 13, right? This is season 13 of the series. It's
Yep,
been a
this is season
long time for
13.
you
Yep,
guys.
yep.
You guys have been in action for a lot of seasons. But Mello, what is something that you are gonna say that's gonna be interesting tonight? As this is my first time watching a race for this league. What is something to watch out for tonight, especially from these drivers?
I think that something to watch out for is definitely going to be the aggression level because, like, especially the guys from this league, they go at it from lap one. Like, I mean, everyone tries to win the race early, and sometimes you just got to be patient and let the race come to you. And I think that that's going to be something that these guys struggle with tonight. So we'll see how that plays out in terms of the huge field that we're expecting.
Yeah, the main thing that I'm hoping for tonight is with the relaxed yellows, it tends. I don't like to say the word, it gives me bad omens, but I've been in some leagues that run relaxed yellows, and yellows breed yellows, but I really do think I know a lot of guys in this series that I've watched ODRL. They're really good. Even one of my teammates is in the series, Yoshi Racing, so I have some high hopes for them. I know a few guys in the series, but not a lot. So what is some? Tell us about the league. You're the league owner.
Sure,
How
yeah.
long have you been? How long have you owned the league, and how long has it been running?
So Frank's has been in existence since September of 2020. I started it in July of 2020 with my friend Anthony. We started out as the Ryko Cup series. We kind of just like it kind of just evolved from there. Like leagues branched off, and eventually Frank's formed from that. And yeah, so we've been around since September 2020. We used to get like 10, 12 guys a race, but it's slowly built up over time. And we never used to do like a playoff system, but in the last couple seasons we've been doing playoffs with 12 drivers, and now this season we kind of rebranded it a little bit. So we're only doing 10 make the playoffs despite having a huge field, so it's definitely going to be a really exclusive playoffs that are just going to have the best of the best.
Ooh.
And we don't have winning in this season. It's just going to be pure points all the way. So it'll be interesting to see who can show up consistently and string together consistent finishes in order to make the playoffs this season.
I was just about to ask, is there winning in? But you just answered my question immediately as there are no winning in for this league. So we cannot have the saying he locks himself into the playoffs. That is not a thing in this league. It's kind of like FARS in a way where even if you win, is there minimal starts requirement still though?
There are not minimal start requirements. We used to have minimum starts for the last like 3 seasons when it was winning in, but now that it's just pure points, I mean, in order to make top 10 in
Gotta.
points, you got to start in
You
order
want to
to get
start.
there. Like, I
Yep.
mean, if you're not starting at least like 75% of the races, you got no chance.
Yep, that is a thing that is gonna be true. Alright, who is somebody that oh yeah. What are is there teams in this league? Is there
So
teams in this league?
that's
That's
another
one question that might.
that's another thing that we've kind of rebranded with the league as well. So we never used to run teams. Like the first 9, 10 seasons we didn't run teams. Then the last 2 to 3 seasons we ran teams. And now since we branded this as sort of a like throwback season, we're going back to running no teams again. So it's every man for himself. And I mean, some guys have alliances with each other and stuff like that, but there's no official teams or team points or anything like that. It's just going to be straight up individual on individual. And yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I wish you the best of luck adminning. Is there okay? So who have been the champions of the past season? A lot of people are interested. Who would you say is going to be in this championship fight? I know a
Yeah,
lot of
so
guys, Yoshi, Stein, Yoshi Racing, a lot of guys that I know, but there's some guys in the series that I don't know that could be a contender.
there's the field is stacked this season. Like we got all of our best drivers from our history racing this season. Like just to go through some of the champions that we've had. I won season 1 of this league and that was my only championship. I still it was less drivers, but it was still a bottle to my name. But then we have Rory, who's a 5-time champion. He won seasons 2 through 5 and then season 7 as well. and then he took a couple seasons off, and now he's back for the throwback season. So it'll be interesting to see how he melds back in and if he can continue the success that he used to have in the league. And we also have Joey racing this season. He's a two-time champion. He won seasons 10 and 11. Parker is the champion of season 12. And we also got a lot of guys that. Oh, Wesley also won season 9. He's racing this season. So yeah, we got a great mix. We got a great field. A lot of strong competitors. We also got a bunch of guys that haven't won championships that are definitely going to be in the mix. I know Kevin Yu, Stein will be there.
Oh yeah, Kevin's pretty good.
Banjo will be in the mix for sure. So yeah, we definitely got a lot of guys that'll be in the running for it.
Oh yeah. Alright, so here's some things that people might want to know. How are you going to call cautions and how is qualifying going to be tonight? A lot of people want to know how does this league work in terms of that situation.
Yeah, so qualifying, we used to do cuts where it was down to 20 cars in a race. We would cut down from, 25 attempts to 20 drivers racing only. But for this season, we decided not to do any cuts. So we're gonna see how that plays out. Probably gonna have like 25, 27 cars in the field for tonight. So it's gonna get a little wild and crazy. So we got we don't do single car qualifying here in Franks. We do group qualifying. It sort of doubles as like a practice/qualifying session. We had our survival open last week, so the top 4 for the 500 are already locked into their spots. We got Josh Brown on
Who
the
are they?
pole. We got Josh Brown on pole. We got Joey on the outside. I'm starting third, and Banjo's starting fourth. And then the rest of the field will be based on the qualifying times after that.
Gotcha. Alright, so that is gonna definitely be fun to watch. I don't know why I just brain farted because I looked in the Discord for oh for 1 second. Well, he said the top 4. I gotta recheck that. Can you repeat that real quick? I brained out for some
Yeah,
reason.
sure. We got Josh Brown on pole. We got Joey Dickinson on the outside. I'm starting
Josh
third, and then
Brown.
Banjo's starting fourth.
So, what are the usernames?
Oh, you mean like gamer tags?
Yeah, you. Yeah, gamer
Yoshi
tags.
1724 is on pole.
Okay,
R40
Yoshi.
Fire is second.
R40.
Me, Mello third. And then fourth is Trusting Banjo.
Alright, so those are all guys that we've seen on Sunday nights. So I can already tell you this. It's gonna be a fun show. I can't wait to see some new guys. There are some new guys that I don't know. I hope it goes well for you, man. I know you gotta run up to the admin booth in about like 2 minutes, Mello, so I appreciate you. Sorry if I just sounded a little. I don't know why I was looking at our frickin' Discord for ODRL while
You're good, bro.
interviewing. I just brain farted. But either way, it's gonna be fun tonight. Good luck. Wish you luck and the best in the 21. Hopefully you can get a dub, and I'll hear you from the booth. Top 3.
Thank you so much for commentating this season. I appreciate it, and look forward to you watching our races and seeing some of our Frank's exclusive drivers mixing with the guys that you may know. So it'll be interesting.
Definitely. I'm hoping I can do the full season, but I will try my best. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die.
That'll be hard not to do.
Pathfinder. That is a
Alright.
Pathfinder quote. Alright, have
Alright,
fun.
man. See ya.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Now that it's me alone, we can discuss some interesting things. This race tonight. It's stages. Yes, it is 50% 2x wear stages. I will get the info if I have it on my phone very soon. They actually, funny enough, they on their Instagram, which by the way, they run Instagram and Discord. Just so you guys know, so you guys can go follow them, Frank's Cup Series on Instagram. I will. Oh my gosh, it's popping up. I can't click on it. Alright, funny enough, the top 4 tonight is gonna be Josh, Joey, aka Yoshi, the NXT champion. He runs this car in the series. He actually runs the 24 in this series. Starting second, you guys know him as well. That is R4D. He runs the 38 in the series, so that is your top 4. So these 4 guys are locked in. Look out for these guys to be quick tonight. This is R4D's number. 21, of course, is the guy that we just talked to. Melodramatic in the 21 machine, who we just interviewed, the league owner. Look for him to be running up front tonight. And then the last but not least is Banjo. So those four guys we know, everyone knows and loves them. But then again, we have some new guys. Like he said, Roars, former champion in the series, he's back for this season. I've had some interesting past with him, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He is quick. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He does have 5 championships in this league, so he's the winningest driver technically in terms of championships in this league ever. So I see. I see, Yoshi. Oh, the logo maker. I direct you immediately to Melodramatic. Let me get his username for you real quick. Beast Mode 6363 on Discord. DM him real quick. You got him, Rock. Go get his ass. We're gonna be here for a little bit, so I'm gonna discuss the roster for anyone who's interested. So we did have a number change, if I'm not mistaken, right before the race for some reason. Let me go check the official roster. Somebody didn't do a number change, but we'll go over the roster that I have at the moment. You'll see somebody in there. These can be custom or non-custom. So in the one machine is going to be Yoshi Racing. We know him as my teammate in the Premier Series. He's a pretty quick driver. He's won NXT and Premier. So look for him to be competitive tonight. Dramatic, who we just talked to just a second ago. He's pretty quick. Kevin Yu, the guy in the New Hampshire race that sadly got and wasn't really robbed, but he was competitive in that race. He's in the 99. Stein in the 18. Watch out for him. Banjo in the 34. These are all guys we know. 38 of R4D. He's in the 38 machine this season. Yoshi in the 24. That's a number you guys should all remember from the Premier NXT series. He's going to be easy to remember. And then we got the first of the new guys that I don't know. Wesley. He said season 9 champion, so he has won in this series before. He's in the 19. Outsider, we know him from NXT. He is in the 8. Nigel Speed. I don't know the 45, but I wish him luck for the season. Same with Wesley. Big Culk BK. He's in the 5 car. The 12 car is Epic Gamer. He's in the 12. The 82 is that guy Ty. The 47 is The Bush. In the 10 car is Kilbo, aka R Kilbo. I know him from TikTok a little bit, so that's how I know who he is. Slurp. I think I've seen him in some lobbies. He's pretty quick when he runs. He's in the 95. 68 is Flair Vanetti. The 13 is OG12ZZ. That is Trip is used as his name on his real name or whatever. I don't know. 88 is Burnin' Rubba in the 88. 79 is Dot Husky. In the 3 car is going to be Chevy Rebel. 6 car is going to be Morgan James. DJ Boston in the 16. Rampage is going to be in the 15. HYR is going to be in the 91. 46 is Bob Katzen. And the 67 is going to be Funny Narg. The 28, 5-time champion in the series is Roars in the 28. You look out for him. Andrew in the 42. Gordon Ramsay in the 77. 22 is Your Buns, by the way. 85 is Barbosa. And the 4 car of Slim Steeler, we know him. And K-Therms are 2 guys that I know from NXT and Open Lobbies. And then the last guy to round out your field is going to be Reagan Boy. And there is Mike, but I don't know if he has a number. Nah, Rock. I'm being serious. You should go message him. Go send an angry complaint to him. I would say send an angry letter to him about the design. Wild. Alright, so we just went over the full damn roster. Now, what do we want to do now? Do we drive? Let's do a vote. Okay, guys. Do we want to... Oh, yeah, picks. Picks. We should get picks in. Alright, so tonight, who am I going to pick to win tonight? And be honest with you guys, I don't know a ton about this league. To be completely fair, I know a lot of some drivers in this league. I believe it's going to be a fun one. But if I had to pick anyone to win, I'm gonna pick Yoshi. The NXT champion. He has a knack for the super speedways, especially Daytona. I think he's won twice at Daytona in the NXT series, so he has a knack for getting it done at these type of raceways, and I feel like this is his opportunity tonight to secure the first win of the season. Remember, no lock-ins for wins, so we're gonna watch out for that. But I think he will be very quick. If I had to do a dark horse, I think I'm gonna go with someone that I don't actually know that well. I'm gonna go with Slurp. I don't know why, but are talking him up in the chat. So I'm gonna say Slurp is a dark horse. He might be a main pick for some, but I think Yoshi is really really good at super speedways, and he's gonna be up front all night long if he can get control of the race. Let me go over the fuel run if I have it on my phone as well. So stages, Cup, Daytona, 50%. I don't know the fuel. But okay. So stage 1 is 32 laps, stage 2 is 29 laps, and stage 3 is 33 laps. So these stages are decently long based off of my, I guess, preview. Based off of my last race at Daytona, we could be having one pit stop per stage. So I think this will be overall a fun one. I don't think there will be much fuel saving, but again, a lot of people like to hang back. I think it's a lot less aggressive in these cars, to be fair, but it still could happen. Yeah, 23 laps, 2x wear. Overall race length is 250 miles. And their picks, by the way, were Nigel, Wesley, and Rory. The dark horse was Bush, so I'm surprised by that. I guess there's some other Super Speedway legends in this series, but I really thought Yoshi would be a dark horse or like one of the main picks because every time I've seen him on a Super Speedway type track, he always is up front. In OURL at least, he always runs up front. Now I don't know how like different it is from this league, but I expect him to run up front. That's funny. All right. Also, when we go live, I'm gonna give a special shout out to Stein, and company. If you guys have your point of views up, I always appreciate them. I'm also gonna state, this is my first time. Not really, but now based off of what my schedule is gonna be going, so what we're gonna do here for this league is we will be missing, sadly, next week's doubleheader. If you guys are interested on the Friday one, you guys are gonna have to 2 weeks, 2 weeks doubleheader at Gateway in Atlanta. We will be missing Gateway as I currently still run FARS, and if you guys don't know, I am a head admin in there, so I can't really afford to miss races, and I'm in the playoffs, so I'm trying to win a championship over there. That's why I will be missing that one. But besides that, after FARS ends, I should be able to commit to this series full time as FARS is going to shut down NASCAR Heat until the new game. So I plan on making this full time if it's good. I believe if this series provides good racing, we're not wrecking, they're having competitive drivers, I think this could be a good series to commentate. I wanted to get a Thursday series besides White Line. I love White Line when I was doing it. But I've been asking for a new series since then, and I'm hoping this can fill in the void. I really think this could be fun. I'm hoping they start at 9:30, 9 Eastern on the dot because we're gonna be live for a little bit. 30 minutes early is a little bit of a, I have to talk about a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, let me go over some things. This is not based off of this is not based off of Frank's. This is based off of my server. So I'm gonna let you guys know. I set up a poll for Backwoods. You guys know the Saturday series, and so far, who gets in the playoffs for Backwoods? The most vote getting thing is GS Racing. I put Trip, GS Racing, Fenris, Master Killer Perk, and someone outside the top 5. Most vote getter is GS Racing, so everyone is expecting GS on Saturday night to get himself in the top 12 in points and make the playoffs. So I think that's a good pick. I just think Leppy with the speed he's shown in qualifying, I just think he's gonna get a lucky break at Dega, and I think he's gonna get himself in. Maybe 12th, but it's gonna be tight. Also, thank you guys for the follows. Thank you, Reagan. Appreciate you. We're trying to get up to 150. Are we at one? We're at 137. Yeah, we're trying to get up to 150 by the end of the year. That is my overall goal. Alright, we're gonna move around on the screen. Let's go to my custom car. You guys want to see my custom car, right? I know you guys do. Everyone wants to see that my custom car. This is what I run. Where is it? I am a sponsorless 16 Chevy. Yes, I lost my sponsors after I ran so poorly in FARS that they just stripped them away, and they decided I have to run solo. Hooters left me just like Chase Elliott, so I had to go sponsorless. Sad times, you know. I'm just like Denny Hamlin until he got Progressive. No sponsorless. 7 views is crazy. Okay. We may pause this stream. Nah, we did this. I wish that they didn't have to do the thing so early for drivers, because if we could have gone maybe 5 minutes later, or I could have gotten maybe 1 or 2 guys like carry over to like 8:45 maybe, it would have been probably a little bit better for the downtime in between the race and sitting here in the lobby. But I think with points situation next week, it will be a lot better. I also think I will start the stream later if they do have to get into a race VC by 8:40. That might limit us for interviews, as I do like to start a little bit later and maybe do multiple. Yeah. But I did enjoy. You guys learned some stuff. You guys can rewatch it. Just so you guys know, if I'm not mistaken, I got like an idiot. I am an airhead. I completely fucking forgot. Let me check Instagram again. I have to keep going back and forth. It's weird. Give me a second. It was Yoshi Racing, who, if I'm not mistaken, won the championship. Yes, it was Yoshi Racing who won the championship last season. So look for him to try to go back to back in the Frank Cup Series. Let's see if he can start off tonight with a head of steam and secure victory. Alright, I am gonna go for a second. Yeah. You guys can see my custom car for all the times. You guys are gonna love it, you're gonna dread it, and you're gonna see it. Actually, we're gonna go through the cars. Let me show you all my cars. We got time. This is my 16. These are all my cars for the FARS. You guys must like them. No objections. We're just passing the time, by the way, if you're just joining in. We're just now waiting. We got about 7 more minutes till they get to quali. By the way, it is group qualifying, so that is something to watch out for. They did switch it this season, so group qualifying, if you guys don't know, I did it for my series way back in the day. Basically, you run with a group, and at Talladega, I think it works pretty well because naturally, you're going to be working with groups, but I think single car usually bodes better for certain tracks. For Dega and Daytona, you could run group. I have a feeling, though, that you're going to want to break off the main pack, because there's going to be a lot of mistakes, as these first few laps in qualifying might be a little rough from some drivers, as they're getting used to one another's style of driving, as it is the first race of the season. Look for people to make mistakes. I'm just hoping all you guys need to do, have a good race, solid race. It's a plate track. Get a good finish. Do I want to predict how many cautions we're going to have tonight? I haven't watched a race in this series before, but relaxed yellows, We have about, let me check the check-in real quick. Yeah, they got some good looking schemes. Look for custom schemes tonight. We have, I think, 19 checked in for tonight's race. So, decently sized field. Um, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna do the best I can. Hopefully they put on a good show. I'm gonna put on a hopefully a good show for you guys if you guys enjoy commentary. I'm not great at it, but I try my best. And they have two maybes, so we could at the max see 21 drivers for the opener at Daytona. Also, how they do so they try to do Discord. I think someone tried to do a Discord vote, but all the admins they decided to stay on Instagram. So basically, how they set up the parties, or how they do it in this league, is that they set up parties, two separate ones with admin in one and admin in two. They separate them evenly, so they're having discussion right now in the messenger. So we'll see if they can get it settled out pretty quickly before we start this race. Also, how's everyone doing? How is your Thursday nights? Um, mine's going pretty well. Jesus. Alright. Let me... Why do I have this out? Let me go over the roster. Let me check this real quick for Frank's series. Alright, so my prediction tonight is Yoshi the 24, and then I did my, I guess, dark horse for the night is going to be Slurp in the 95 because he said he's running tonight. Because he said he was running. I think Slurp's got some good speed. Also, if you're watching this, Mello, no, I'm gonna tell him. No, you know what I'm gonna do, especially for you, Rock? I'm gonna screenshot that without, I'm only kidding part, Rock, just for you. You're gonna like that. He's gonna be like, what? No kidding around here, buddy. I'm trying to have fun before we start this. Alright, let me make this sound as horrible as possible, Rock. I got you. I'm narrowing in on that one part you messaged to me. I'm joking. Alright, I'm gonna send this to Mello. Alright, Rock, I sent it to him. You can go discuss it with him now. Alright, so they're now just setting up potentially for the lobby in about 2 minutes. Oh my gosh. Here's the number one thing. I gotta scroll through these all these chats now. Oh, they're starting up the lobby. Here they come. They're now setting up the lobby for qualifying. So we can finally get to the race, ladies and gentlemen. This qualifying session will also not be boring, to say the least. We will see group qualifying. That is the thing that's going to be most interesting to me. Is I feel like is pitting allowed? Because with group qualifying, there's people who will. I think, in my opinion, it's better to actually slow down, get out of the main pack, and work with people who have speed. So what I mean by this is drop out of the main pack, let them run, but work with people who you know can hold a line. That's all I'll say. Maybe drop back to the rear, work with somebody that you know, drop back with them, work with them throughout the session, and see what times you can get. Instead of being in a huge pack where all of you guys are compacted, maybe making contact, could be wrecking one another. So that is something to watch out for. There's Reagan. Alright, Reagan. I might use your point of view, to be honest with you. Alright, I will use your point of view. Thank you for the point of view, Reagan. You, Stein, will be grateful. I am very grateful, you guys, for streaming tonight. Also, Go Dogs, you're slow. I might be the only one in that group that thinks the number 2 looks good. Yes. Let me check real quick. They are just now setting up the lobby. So, based on what I can see, let me get them up. We should have Stein streaming tonight. Rock. Reagan Boy. The with a THA. Reagan Boy. He should be streaming tonight. I'm trying to see who else is live. My cat is on my door. Why is he on my door? So far, it's only Reagan Boy, which I am a little surprised by. Why does my cat want? He's sitting in my... Look, there he goes. I let him in. Yeah, they have 22 in the lobby. That is a good sign. We're gonna have a big field, and that's gonna be fun to watch. Of course, Rock. I'm happy. I finally this opportunity. I'll be honest with you guys. He messaged me a while back. I didn't think I could do it because I was thinking of having my Thursdays off just to hang out with my friends, which I still will do every now and then. I won't miss these races, or I'll try to make these races, but I will hang out with my friends every Tuesday and Wednesday nights before 9 Eastern because I love hanging out with my Apex friends. But I decided I'm gonna dive in, commentate, have some fun with it, and just enjoy it. And I just got an invite for the lobby. Alright, this is the qualifying lobby. We can go over numbers. We can finally see some cars going around in a circle. Woohoo! Thank you, Mello. Good invite, by the way. Alright, guys, let's get down to see numbers. There's a lot of custom cars in the field. We can see some numbers, but this is not the race. This is qualifying. Remember, it is groups, so I'm going to assume they go off the rip. So here we go for the beginning of Season 13, if I'm not mistaken. Either Season 13 or Season 12. I'm not going to make assumption. It's Race 1. Qualifying session. It's going to be about who is the best in the draft. Do you want to lead or do you want to be second? That is the real question. I think the following car is going to win pole, but that is honestly going to be very true, but it's going to be fun to watch either way. This is Season 13. So we are underway for qualifying in Season 13. Here we go. Melodramatic, the league owner, he pulls over. An Epic Gamer in the 12. Mello in the 21, we talked to him earlier. Epic Gamer in the 12. 77 of Gordon Ramsay, 77. Banjo, he's in the trusty number 34. That guy Ty in the 82 machine. DJ Boston in my trusted number 16. Outsider in the number 8. R4D in the 38 in a regular Gen 6 car. K-Therms in the 11. Look for him to be pretty quick. Slurp in the 95. One of the guys I picked as my dark horse to win. He's pretty solid. Look for him to run up front. Roars, we know about him. In the 28, 5-time champion in the series. R. Kibbo. So this is Kibbo in the 10. This is Nigel in, what car is he? In the 45. The 5 car of Big Hulk. He's in the Toyota, number 5. Wesley Ver in the 19. He's won a championship in the series. Reagan Boy in the 36. He has a point of view. Appreciate him. Kevin Yu in the 66. Oh, there's a 99? Is that my 99? That is the 99. Let's go. One of Yoshi Racing. Someone in the wall as they hold up the field behind him. He gets out of the way. We're going through the field. The Bush in the 47. 79 of Dot Husky. Tinks Puddin in, what car number is this? The 60. Stein in the 9. Mello is off the pace. And that is all of your cars in the field tonight. It's going to be very difficult to remember schemes. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to be able to name everyone in this league. Maybe halfway through the season, because I'm hoping they keep the same schemes as I'll remember numbers. But I can look at things. Also, the number change. Who's in the 9? Banjo's pulled over. R4D and Banjo are having fun back there for some reason. Who's in the 9? He's in the 1. Stein. Okay, Stein is the one who changed the 9 car tonight. So what you can see from here is that they're trying to build the runs, get the speed, as Stein drops back to the rear to get the draft. Epic Gamer gets free there. Here comes Kilbo with a good run. 95 of Slurp in the draft. Main thing we're going to see a ton in this group qualifying is a lot of guys just hanging back and trying to get draft to get some speed on the front stretch. As we only have 2 more to go in our group qualifying effort. You can see the 1 car having a ton of speed here. He's going to try to build the run. Oh, Banjo goes around in front of people, and there they go. That's a big one back there, and that's not good for whoever that was for the qualifying efforts, as we're already having a little bit of chaos in the qualifying session. But we can see Yoshi Racing, one of my teammates in the ODRL Premier Series. We see them stacking up a little bit as the 8 car of Outsider got out of line there. He's in the iconic Junior 8 car, so it's pretty easy to recognize him. Who's going to win our little mini practice session? And remember, the pole for tonight's race has been set already, as Yoshi Racing is going to be on pole no matter what. The Big Hulk is deciding to lead this group. This is cursed. Why is the 5 car a Toyota? The hell is this? The 5 car is a Toyota car. Why? Who thought this was a good idea? Hey Didi, how you doing, man? Who thought driving the 5 car is a Toyota? This is not a great idea. I think Toyotas look good, but not the 5 car in the Toyota. And they are done with quali. That is the qualifying session over, ladies and gents. Oh no, it's white flag this time by for the quali session. 5 car's going to drop back to the rear as the 28 is going to take over the lead. Who is in the 28? Here comes Slurp, making a move for the lead. Even though it doesn't really matter in this session. As we see the lap car of the 38 about to get lapped into the 3 wide. There's going to be no room. Can they get around him cleanly? Yeah, they do. And around he goes back there. And that's a huge one for Outsiders. He's in the wall. And the 28 wins the group qualifying thing. But it doesn't matter. I think it's based off of time. Oh, Outsider. Jesus. There's a lot of cars are piled up at the line with AI. So now we're going to see who qualified 5th, technically. Technically it is for 5th. I'll get you guys the top 4 real quick. I think I discussed it a little bit a second ago. in pre-race. That is Roars. So he wins the open lobby. Or the qualifying session, technically. Guys, you guys gotta stop chatting for a second in the group chat. Yoshi, R4D, Mello, and Banjo are all top 4 in time, so that's why they decided to pull over and not qualify tonight. That's why we see a lot of these other guys qualifying. That's the season packing up. Nah, bro, we ain't packing up the season. It's wild. Here we go. Alright, let's check out the qualifying order. This is group, so it's going to be a little bit different from the race, but we'll see who's on technically provisional 5th, technically. I had to remember the top 4 are already locked in. Alright, so on pole for the Knights, technically 4th, 5th place is that guy Ty. Good qualifying effort by him. He qualifies first. Second is going to be Yoshi, who we expected to be up there. Third is Stein. So remember, this is all positions behind the top 5 or top 4 in the field, as they're going to reset the lobby. Now Slurp also had a good qualifying effort, so they're going to line it up, get another lobby set, and we're going to rip this thing when we go green. So on pole for the Knights event is, of course, a familiar face. We know from NXT. I know a lot of you guys know him. We all root for him. And he was potentially going to be fired. I'm joking, Yoshi. He saw a dream and started soldering at the mouth Iron Man. I'm joking, obviously. You joked with it about it too, so, you know. But either way, it's going to be a fun show. Based off the quality session, though, I am not going to be able to tell who the hell is who. I'm be honest with you, custom setups, they're going to be hard to identify. Alright, let me get my charger out of my Chromebook. 10 people. Crazy. Hope you guys are doing good. We're about to get this ripping and rolling. Reminder, top 3 get interviews tonight. Fuel run! Let me get the laps and counters for you guys real quick for anyone who's interested. Fuel run's about 23 to 24 laps. It should be a fairly simple one. You could save a little bit. Draft's gonna be a factor. I feel like, I don't know, I think it's gonna be normal or high draft for this event, but in terms of just riding around, you can save a ton of fuel, just half throttle around the whole track, especially behind a lot of group of cars. But the question is, now, this is because I don't know this group. I've heard some things that are aggressive, but if they can keep it green for a whole stage, then that's going to tell me that we could have some fuel strategy being played maybe in stage 2. Little bit later. Not stage, actually, never mind. There's going to be no fuel strategy, actually. Based on what I can see, the stages are, stage 1 is 32, stage 2 is 29, and stage 3 is 33. So technically there's no strategy, but I would say we could see 2 tire stops, maybe stage 2, and stage 3 I think is 4 tires no matter what, but hopefully they have a fun time tonight. Daytona, while yes, it is definitely a glitchy track in my opinion, it can provide good racing if they check up. main thing is you gotta check up for people who get free. If they hit the apron, check up. Do not hit them in the back of the bumper and wreck the whole field. You gotta be patient here. It's one of those tracks where I think personally it provides good racing when you have patience. If you don't have patience, this can turn into a wreck fest very quickly, which I'm hoping it doesn't. I believe in these guys. I know a ton of these guys, but it should be fun. Alright, so based on what they just said, it is Josh, aka Yoshi, Joey, James, Banjo, Tyler, Parker, Yoshi Racing. See, they use their real names, and that's something that I could technically go by, but it's difficult for me to remember. I guess I can go by their real names. I just go by their real names. So, starting up front. Alright, so basically what they got Josh, Joey, James, Banjo, Tyler, Parker, Stein, Kevin, Wyatt, Slurp, Kyrie, Reagan, Killboy, Tanks, Bush, Weasley, Brandon, Rory, Nigel, Kime, Dot, and Bryce. So the winner of that actual qualifying session is all the way back there, and by the way, this is insane. He's all the way back in 18th, so winning the qualifying session is not what you wanted to do. I think Rory may have made a mistake by deciding to run up front in the last few laps, because that's going to cost some track position, and if you don't have track position at this type of racetrack, especially for the series, it might take a while to get back up front. Stein is live, by the way. God damn it. I can't remember names Rock, by the way. Point of view. Alright, here we go. The ticker is rolling, ladies and gentlemen. So they're about to get this thing ripping and rolling around the racetrack. Let's get it. I'm gonna have the only thing that I Alright, they're starting. I need an invite from anyone, if you guys can, please. Invite real quick. Thank you, Mello. Appreciate that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it ripping and rolling. Finally, we get some racing. These custom schemes, though, will get me in a bind, but we're going to get this. We're going to try our best tonight. Try to remember all the numbers. We'll have the roster chat thing up for me all night long. Pace speed tonight is 70. They might, I think what they're going to do off lap 1 is pace around the track to get everyone in order, and then we're going to get it ripping and rolling around Daytona. One of the tracks, I've been saying this 3 million times. No, we're not going to say that. Daytona's a super speedway. Expect super speedway type racing. I don't think we're going to see ODRL levels of racing. I think in majority of leagues that run Daytona, they're usually bottom heavy. And with bottom heavy, you know what that comes? A lot of apron touches. So expect a ton of apron touches, but we saw in the practice sessions that people were willing to go on the outside lane to make moves. So that is something that is giving me confidence in this field. So they're going to pace one lap around this track. We're going to get up my roster chart so I can just see who the hell is who. Or who's a who. Mello, Stein, Banjo. Alright, we're going to take a picture of this. Stein is over to the 9. So he's not in the 18 tonight. Alright, so let's go to our poll winner. Actually, technically, he won it last week. So they had a elimination type style all-star exhibition race, and that was the determining factor for the top 4. So Yoshi wins based off of that. So the top 4 is Yoshi, R4D. Oh shoot, they're making contact. Mello and Banjo. You can see them already slapping one another. That guy Ty qualified 5th tonight. That's a good qualifying effort for him. We see the 1 car of Stein. Actually, that's Yoshi Racing in the 1. My apologies. He is pretty good, I would say. We all know him. K-Therms. We know him from ODRL. I raced with him. Me and him, actually, funny enough, when Yoshi did the stats, or Stein did the stats, me and him actually have the same average finish in ODRL, so we're pretty similar drivers, I would say. But yeah, alright, we're going to get this rolling and rolling. Alright, let's get over to the pole driver. Yoshi Racing is going to lead us to the green flag for Season 13, Lap 1. Who is going to get it done tonight? It's going to be a fun one. Here we go. We are now just waiting for him to get it ripping and rolling. Yoshi on pole for the first race of Season 13. Here we go into the Geico restart zone. And we are underway in Season 13. Yoshi Racing, Melodramatic, and R4D. Top 3. Here comes Banjo pushing the 38s. There's no one teammates in this series, by the way, even though they are affiliated cars and work together in the NXT series. There are no more teams. Here we go, lap 1. We can already see them sliding up a little bit. You can see them jolting back there, but they're keeping it really clean so far in 1 and 2. So top 3 on the bottom have cleared as we see the 1 car immediately make a dive. Yoshi to the bottom lane. So here, already decided the top lane was not going anywhere for him. As Slurp is now 3rd on line on the outside. 99 is also making moves. Look at him moving through the field slowly but surely. Roars starting out in the back of the field because of winning the group qualifying basically and did not have a good lap time, but he is going to have to make his way through the field. Let's see if he can do it. Wesley, Season 9 champion if I'm not mistaken in the series. He currently sits back there in the rear of the pack around, I would say, 15th, but he's going to have to make his way through the field. Dot Husky. One of the new guys, 79. He might not be new, but I don't know him that much, but he's in the 79. Look for him. Who is someone that we don't know as well? Gordon Ramsay in the 77. Who is up here? Trusting Banjo K-Therms. 2 guys that don't actually run in the same series, but they're trying to work. They're stuck on the outside lane, which is not where you want to be, as the 5 car makes a dive. Kilbo making his return. He's been on iRacing, pushing outsider in the 8 car. Then we go to outsider in the 8. Yep, like I just said, R4D has fallen all the way behind those guys. This is Nigel Speed inside the top 10. I can't. Oh, there's a move for the lead as Yoshi lost the bottom. Costly mistake by them as he's going to drop all the way back to the rear. So tough break for Yoshi as now he's going to get swamped by the whole field as a single file. So Yoshi goes from the lead to outside the top 15 if it continues to go clean like this. That is a rough break for the 24 of Yoshi. Really tough break. And Kevin Yu in the 99. I'm hoping to remember that number because Kevin is a strong contender here tonight. So now we got 28 to go in stage 1. This is Reagan Boy. One of the guys we've seen at NXT in the 36 running tonight. Someone's up the track. That's the... Who is that? That is the 47. I think he got back in line, but the 47 lost a little bit of a track position there as... He's not on my... He is in... Okay. That is Bush in the 47, so he lost a little bit of track position. Someone gets forced up. That's Kilbo go to the outside lane alone, though. So that's going to move him back to the rear as Kilbo's going to drop. Like a... Oh, man. It sucks when you get left out, but it's going to happen in this race a ton, in my opinion, as no one is allianced. This is the first race of the season. You're not going to have frenemies. I think you got to make your friends at Daytona, and it's going to... That's going to show up later in the race. We will see it later in the race, but right now it's just feeling out, getting in a rhythm, getting in a line, just riding around, being consistent, being really just patient. I don't think there's a reason to make any hostility moves or being really, really aggressive right now. Just be patient. Let the race come to you as Yoshi gets around the 36 who's stuck on the top lane. So Melodramatic has taken over the lead for a little bit. So now with him leading for a few laps, someone else out of line, 2 cars out of line, who's trying to make some moves. Kilbo and company on the outside lane. He drops back in line. Same with the 47. Still, that 5 car as a Toyota doesn't look right. The 24 of Yoshi up the track again. So Yoshi got pushed out of line there. Who's in second right now? Kilbo on the outside of Tinks as he's going to drop back. Got to get back in line right in front of Yoshi if possible. He cannot do it, so he's going to drop back all the way back to the rear. They do get stage points, by the way, as Dot has dropped all the way back here with Trusting Banjo, who surprisingly is sitting back here, being patient. So I think Banjo got shuffled out of line, has decided to just stay back there and be really just waiting. I don't think there's a reason to make moves. As we see, that guy Ty sitting in second, 82 machine. He did well in qualifying and has continued to stay up front. So that is a good sign as we see the 47 making moves on the outside lane, trying to make a move at least. As he's going to fall all the way back without draft and help from more cars on the outside lane. Only 3 of them up there. As the 10 car decides to go back to the bottom, he gets unhooked on the top. Oh, he get back in line to 60. Gets the apron a little bit. 47 trying to come back up, down. He cannot get there, so he's going to lose a little bit of track position there. He gets right in front of the orange and black car in the rear of the field. Melo, that guy Ty, the 1 car, the 9, and who is currently sitting back there in 5th? The 99 of Kevin Yu, Outsider, R4D, and Slurp are your top 8. So far, yes, there hasn't been a lot of moves, but I think they're being patient for a reason. They don't want to cause a big incident early on. They got to make their moves. The most interesting thing that I want to see from this league is how our green flag pit stops going to be. I'm also going to say this right now. We're going to do a crank it up. So I'm going to turn up the game sound. I'm going to let the engines roar. And I'll see you guys in about maybe 2 laps. If nothing goes wrong, I'll turn back on my mic if something happens. Alright. You guys can hear me right? Alright. Alright, gentlemen. That is our crank it up for stage 1. We were single file for a little bit, so I just decided But we did see in that situation that Yoshi got to the back bumper, and because of the checkup, it really hindered how much speed he carried. So we can already see that checkups in the rear of the field are going to be a hazard. It might be an issue for some drivers. They got to get used to how the checkups work between some of these drivers, and it might be a struggle early on as Reagan is very free there. But yes, checkups are going to be a big part of tonight's event, as you really got to be patient, and especially with a big pack like we are single file, like about 60 rows deep, I would say. We got about 15 cars still in the main draft. That's going to be something to watch out for all night long. And by the way, 12 laps until fuel, as K-Therms is on the apron deciding he's going to pit. Is he the only one of his group? He's decided to pit very early, in my opinion. As he signaled, that is a signal for pit road. Here they come to pit road. A lot of guys. Outsider in this group, the 19 of Wesley. 24 of Yoshi involved in this group. Oh, lag spike. Little lag spike by the car ahead of Tinks. That's going to cost him some damage, maybe. Oh yeah, that car's lagging in front of him massively. I don't know who that is. Is that Dot? No, that's not Dot. Who is that? That might have... No, that was not Roars. Yoshi's on pit road. The 95 of Slurp is in that first group. Let's see when the leaders come down this time by. When do these guys pit? We had early pit stops just then. Do they decide to come down now? No. There is one. That's Banjo in the 34. He comes with another guy as well. Oh, they're wrecking in pit road! Someone hard into the wall, and around he goes. But no caution. These guys are coming on pit road very slowly. They're going to be caught by the leaders, but it shouldn't affect them. Kilbo has lost the draft. Nigel Speed, there's a bit of a gap between the leaders as well. No, they're all hooked up. Okay, this is the leaders right here. Still have about 10 cars in the lead draft at this moment. We saw the first pit stops by a huge group earlier, just a minute ago. 34 out of pit road. He may have sped, to be honest with you, as he's getting lapped here. May have gotten a lot of damage as those two got collected in an incident entering pit road. Do I see any signals? I don't see anyone under the apron. They're only looking to make moves, so no one is coming down this time for pit road. By the way, they came in very early. We still had about 12 laps of fuel on their tanks, so they decided to cut the stage in half, which will work, by the way, but it's definitely an interesting strategy by that group, as they are two separate parties. That's the number one thing I will state to you guys. So I think the majority of this group is going to go out as long as possible. You can take two tires here without blowing a tire. So I think that is their strategy here. Run as long as possible. Try to gain as much time as a group compared to the other ones and see what happens. This is your second group that pitted together early. The 8 is leading them outsider. R40, K-Therms, Wesley, and Kilbo just hanging on by a thread. And by the way, they've... Oh, 36 in the wall! He keeps it straight. Good save by him as Epic Gamer may have checked up a tiny bit. Here comes... No! They're not coming to pit road. They're getting checked up because of a mistake by the leader. Mellow a little bit. The 82 had to check up massively. That's going to lose him a little bit of time. Look back, they're out of 6th and 7th and 8th. You can see them back there. We see the 5 car make a little, maybe a lunge underneath the car, or is he pitting this time by? Nope, he's not pitting this time by, so they're continuing to stay out. How good is this alternative strategy to the top 7 to 8 cars? I don't know. I know they're hooked up really well, but will this work for Outsider and Company? As they're starting to get congested with checkups a little bit. We can also see a third pack forming. Yoshi is out of draft, costly for him. As Wars is hanging on to the back half of this last group to qualify the pit. When do they come down? Let me get a lap count for you guys real quick at the line. 12 to go. Yeah, no, they're good on fuel now. It's just when they decide enough is enough, let's get down, put some tires on it. Some fuel. They're gonna use the draft of the lap car. Look for them to go to the outside here. Lap car gets out of the way. Good job by him. There's the 12 car out of the way of the leaders. Good job by him. Just keep out of the way, buddy. You're doing a good job. Just file back in line in the back half of this pack and you should be fine. So the 12 car officially goes a lap down. So the main thing about that is get this leaders draft, stay with them, gain as much time as you can with this pack, and hopefully you get the free pass here. That's really your only hope at this point in the race if you're already a lap down. Here comes the one. A lot of people signaling, at least 5 cars in this group. Coming down this time by. Let's see if they beat out Outsider and Company. So Mello decided not to come down with this group. Yeah, here comes the rest of the leaders. 45, they all come down pretty smoothly, so green flag pit stops so far have been very smooth by these groups of cars, I would say. Very smooth entry by all of them. They all take 2 tires and fuel only. Maybe fuel only there. That looked very quick. Here comes Mello and Company. 82 and Mello come down this time by. No tires, just gas. Fill her up and let it roll. We saw some other cars behind them pit as well. Here comes the second group. They come out behind the main pack, but they have a lot of speed and fresh tires. Let's see if they can catch. 60 car of Tinks also comes down. Alright, who is your new leader in this race? 23 out of 32. Here they come out of pit road. Here comes Stein and Company. Someone in the wall in turn 1. I can't see who it is. It may have been Mello as he's getting up to speed. Here comes Killbone Company. I think Stein may have lost the draft. Mello's gonna get swamped by this pack. This is your leaders right here. The 99 of Kevin Yu to the lead. So 99 of Kevin takes over the lead in stage 1 late in the show. Oh, under the apron. You see the one car of Stein. Stein was under the apron for a second. Luckily, he kept it straight. But Nigel's sitting in third. 5th is going to be the 5 car. That is Yoshi Racing in second. I need to get the numbers right. Because I think Yoshi is a lap down, if I'm not mistaken. That is Big Colt in 4th. And I don't know who's in 5th. It might be Outsider. I think it is Outsider at the moment. As they're going to be trying to hunt down Kevin Yu and company on fresh tires. Let's see if they can get there. They're going to be flying, though, and they're in unison. As long as they keep in unison, they will get there. With about maybe 3 to go. If the top 3 fight, by the way. Which I think they will. Slurp is pushing the A car, but we're going to go back up to the leaders. Yoshi is sitting right behind him. So Kevin Yu, who honestly, I've seen him, he's quick, but he wants to get a win, start off his season strong, potentially get a championship in the series. Winning a stage would definitely help him, as wins don't lock you in. But stage wins will definitely help you have a better chance at making the playoffs. And only the top 10 in points. So all points matter, even a stage win. So even in other leagues, stage wins matter. And with only 10 drivers making the playoffs, this even matters more in this series. So Kevin, here comes a lap car on the 16. Good job by the lap cars. I will give the lap cars praise. They have been getting out of the way pretty smoothly. I know they haven't been going too wide around them, but as long as they're not really affecting the racing, I think it's fine. I think they've been doing a good job staying out of the way, not causing incidents. I will give praise to cars that need praise, and they're doing a good job of staying out of the way. That's a good sign for later in the event. As we're under 5 to go, there actually is no more cautions, technically, with manual, but since this is relaxed yellows, there actually could be cautions, so I'm not going to rule it out. We could have a caution with like 3 to go and have a 1-lap shootout. We'll see. As now it's under 5 laps in stage 1 with Kevin Yu in the lead. Right behind him is going to be Yoshi in 3rd. Is that 45? The 5 car sits in 4th, and we got some lap traffic behind them. The lap traffic is actually stabilizing the gap between them and 5th place of Outsider. So the, Outsider, oh, Yoshi in the wall. Yoshi hard in the wall as Wesley gets out of line. Something happened to Yoshi's controller, may have died, as that's going to hinder him. As he's going to get stuck in the wall and trapped multiple laps down if he can't get a hold of it. As we see Banjo going a lap down. 2 of the strongest guys I expect to be up front might go a lap down just in stage 1. Which is crazy to me. I predicted Yoshi to win, and he's going to be trapped a lap down with no draft. Wild to me. Early on. Kevin Yu, still your leader. When do the cars behind him decide enough is enough? Let's make the stage winning move. Is it in 3 or is it in 4? They're going to get the help of Banjo's draft. Wesley's hanging on by a thread to the draft to the top 5. Draft is stopped. Yoshi Racing out of line. He's going to have to fall to the rear of this pack. That's only 4th, though, luckily. 2 to go in stage 1. Mello sits in 4th. This is not the main pack. But like I said earlier, they are gaining on the top 5. But then the issue is that the draft of the lap cars help them maintain a gap back to the front, to the top 10, hunt them down. So Banjo has taken the lead. Technically, he's not the leader. He's a lap car leading this pack. So we're coming to white flag next time by. Does a lap car of Banjo get out of the way? We have another lap car on the outside lane. Hopefully he gets out of the way. And we're white flag for stage number 1. First stage of season 13. Your leader is that 99 in the lead. Can he hang on? Kevin Yu still leading. Here comes some lap traffic at the 5:45 underneath nearly Kevin Yu as they make a little contact down the backstretch for the final time in stage 1. Who is going to get it done? We're watching on board with Banjo. He is a lap car trying to hang on to stay on the lead lap here. Behind him, are they going to be able to make a move off of 3 and 4? Here comes the 45. The one car in the top lane. Is it going to be enough? No. Kevin Yu wins stage number 1. An outsider finishes 5th. 95 made a dive there, but could not get it. Slurp finishes 6th. Oh my gosh. Mello just finishes outside the top 10 for no stage points, sadly. I wish I could get this top 10. It's kind of hard. So far, it's been fun. Clean racing. Definitely boring. But boring is a lot. Actually, it hasn't been boring. It's had a lot of strategy being played. And I think no cautions is better than cautions. I think that is something that we're going to take that for stage 1. Very clean racing. Nigel takes the lead over 2 guys who won the stage. The 99 to Kevin drops back. I don't know what happened to Yoshi, or someone may have lagged out, maybe? I don't think they did. But yes, Nigel takes the lead. Oh, somewhat hard into the wall back there. So that's a tough break for the green car back there. I think he had something hit the wall. He had to check up. Dot Husky is going to lose the draft early in stage 2. Tough break for him. But Kevin Yu is stuck on the outside lane. Can he get in front of Wesley? He cannot. So he's going to drop back as he's going to lose a ton of positions there. Here comes K-Therms on the 3rd lane, doing ODRL style, making a 3 wide here. Kevin Yu sits in 2nd. Right behind him, no, that's Outsider in 2nd. Kevin Yu, I don't know where Kevin Yu is. Yeah, he's back there in 7th, so he's actually far back in the field. But Outsider, who was leading that 2nd group at the end of stage 1, is now 2nd in line at the beginning of stage 2. Slurp in 3rd. He was pushing Outsider the whole stage. But the 45, who was inside the top 5 in stage 1, is now your leader. That's good track position for him early on. See the 5 car. We see another car getting out of line. That's the 12 car. I think he got lapped in stage 1. So he's going to have to drop back to the rear. Actually, DJ Boston's going to let him in. Making friends. That's what you want to do early on in this race. Make some friends for later in the show. Melodramatic has been waiting back, just being patient. He is a head admin for the series, so I feel like admins, they're kind of patient in a way. They always want to be patient. They always want to make sure the race is good, and that's what he's doing at the moment. Oh, someone out of line again. The 12 car continues the peak. That's Epic Gamer. Oh, 74, 47 on the apron a little bit. Touched the apron, scraped it, and that's going to lose him some track position. Oh, tap up. And there goes the 16. He's going to drop back to the rear. That was a unique situation. I think the 47 hit the apron there, slept the track, and the 16 reacted, and overly he reacted too hard and lost the bottom lane, so he's going to fall back to the rear. Kilbo sitting inside the top 5 and 5th. Solid run for him in his return in the series. Oh, here comes a move. on the outside lane, they're at least attempting to build up a run. It's going to be difficult. I feel like you're going to need a good amount. Oh, there they go! Keep it straight, boys. The 9 car made some contact with some cars on the outside. I don't know who they are. The Smithfield machines. That was Stein. The 12. Oh, he tried to force his way back in front of Mello. Some car on the apron. That is the person who lost the draft there. The 60 car cannot get back on the bottom lane. He's going to lose a ton of track position early on in stage 2. Oh, 5 car! 82 under the apron. You got to check up there. Let him back up. As the 5 car is going to take the dive to the top. He is getting all the way up to 3rd. You know what that tells me, guys? He got to run. Is he going to get some help? He needs to get help now before the run. He needs to side draft the 38 of R4D. He needs to side draft him to get the momentum back up before they lose it. One of the only cars on the outside lane. He's going to build the momentum again. He needs one of the top 2 to get to the outside. Here comes a run from the top lane as the 45 hit the apron. Here comes the 5 car, going to get to the outside of the 45. Battle for the lead is on. Here comes Big Conk with the help of Kilbo. A Chevy and a Toyota fighting for the lead. Outsider on the bottom pushing the 45. We're having finally a 2-wide fight for the lead. Can they keep up the momentum though? That is the question. Here comes Kilbo. They're going to need a little bit more help on the outside lane if they can get it here. As we see a car down pit road early. Outsider hits the apron. That might kill off the top lane. That might have just killed him off there. That is not what they wanted. As they continue to door check a little bit. The main thing they need to get is higher. Here comes the 95. Does he help the outside lane? Yes, he does. Here comes Slurp to the top. He has the help of the 38. Nigel on the bottom, Slurp on the top. Slurp is a good leader. Follow Slurp. He can hold his line. He's got help with the 38 of R4D. That is a good top lane combo. Colk right behind him with the 10 car of Kilbo. So we now have 2 different lines. Here comes Yoshi Racing Company. Stein also in with him. Only 3 cars on the bottom compared to 8 on the top. So that means the outside lane is going to be dominant here. Here comes the 38 and the 95 trying to clear. 45 still hanging on tough on the bottom lane. As they tap the wall, the 19 in the wall a little bit, taps it. Still keeping it straight back there. The 95 is Slurp. Clear for the lead. Here comes some lap traffic. It's the first time we've had some lap traffic early on in this race. That is Yoshi. Where does Yoshi decide to go? Yoshi Racing's going to hold up to the top lane. He has to go to the middle, I would think. Oh, they're nearly wrecking the back. Yoshi, and he goes around in the field. Yoshi just LePage the field, and around they go. Oh my God, he didn't brake, and he kills somebody. No caution because it's relaxed yellows. I don't know who didn't let off, but just killed somebody in turn 1. So Yoshi Racing. Good God, Yoshi. Yoshi just LePage the field. Alright, K-Therms is out alone as we see another group coming to pit road. Alright, we're gonna get the lap count real quick, as that collected a ton of cars, so only about 8 cars are on this lead pack now. So Nigel sits in second, 95 of Slurp, who we predicted earlier. That was my dark horse to win tonight. He currently sits inside the top 5 as the leader. Here they come to pit road, at least Slurp is. R4D with this group. Good entry by them, clean entry by all these company. Maybe one, the 12 car may have slapped the wall a little bit there, but still overall good entry by them. I'll give them credit. It's been very clean entering pit road. I don't think they've had a wreck yet. So Nigel is your leader as of this moment. As they all decide to pit this time by. So they decided to go one lap later than everyone else. That's what they were doing. Whether or not this works out for them, we'll see. Here they come to pit road. Good execution from these three as they're going to enter pretty smooth. The 19 didn't make contact. Good job by them. As they're getting up the speed, the 47 of Bush on the apron. They're going to come up on R4D as they're going to catch him here. As he is alone at the moment, actually with the 95 of Slurp. So they're going to all get adjusted back again. As this is going to be a huge pack. Do they decide to go to the outside lane? Yoshi and company. They're going to catch him pretty handily very soon. Here they come up on the slower cars of R4D. Oh, slag by Slurp! And there goes Yoshi with front end damage. That gives Yoshi Racing, checks him up. Here comes some other slow cars out of pit road. They're going to have to avoid him. 47 gets around the 5. They got to get around him. They're all in the way as Stein hits him. Me personally, I think they should just get out of the way, be polite about it, just let him go by. But at the same time, I guess it is the leader's choice. They are given room technically to get through them, and for some of them, they didn't get through them pretty cleanly. They hit the back bumper of them, and some people are not going to be happy, especially Nigel, as he lost a ton of track position in the 5 car, as he's about to lose the draft if he's not careful. But Reagan Boy, the biggest beneficiary of that, sits inside the top 10. No, actually, Reagan's a lap down. Apologies. He's a lap down. Big Colt is your last top 10 car. So this is your whole top 10 right here. Kevin Yu has lost the draft. Stage 1 winner has lost his draft in Stage 1. So that's how quickly the tides can change at a track like Daytona. As Slurp. No, Slurp is not your leader? Who the hell is our leader? Is a custom car on the backstretch. Don't tell me it's... No, it's not them. Okay. Who is our leader? It might be Kilbo. Yeah, I think it's Kilbo. It's Kilbo in the lead, guys. He's being pushed by Yoshi. Yeah, it's Kilbo in the lead, so he's your leader. I don't know what the strategy play is here. No, it's not Kilbo. As they're getting around Outsider now. When does Slurp take over the lead? As they're now working their way closer and closer to the... Who's up ahead of the leaders? Can they see them in their mirrors? It's K-Therms! That's who it is! I knew it was somebody. It's K-Therms in 11. Remember, he pitted the first car on pit road. He pitted alone, though, so this big of a gap, he's gonna want some help here eventually. As we're seeing moves being made, they're abandoning Slurp out to the outside they go on Slurp and R4D. So Stein takes over second. Yoshi Racing, my apologies, takes over second. He gets around all of them. And now we're going to get back up to Nigel, who's stuck on the outside. So Bush pushes Yoshi up to second. As we have 11 to go in stage 2. Alright, so far, no cautions. Whether or not I think that's the game fault, well, the game should have called a caution for that one incident where it was a big one, but besides that, the one wreck in stage 2, it's been chugga 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 choo choo, a train, as we like to say around these parts. Very, very one lane oriented, which I expect from a track like Daytona, as it's unlike Talladega, where people can run the outside lane really. It's really preference. I think the outside works at Daytona a lot better. Whereas at Daytona, you really are limited because of how, I guess, hampered you are on the outside. As K-Therms is your leader, the gap is 5.8 to him as of this moment. So he is being hunted down by a huge group of cars. But can they catch him in time? As they are now being led by Yoshi Racing. Look behind him, you can see them exiting 1 and 2 now. So the gap is down under 5 seconds. So what does K-Therms do when these leaders catch him? That is the real question. They will catch him. But the question is, when? What lap will they catch him on? I think, personally, it's going to be in about 2 laps. I think 2 or 3 more laps, and they're going to catch him. As you see, the back half of this pack actually starting to make moves on the outside. Is 47. Decides to go back to the rear as the 19 is getting free into the wall. The 47 goes. 19 was getting swervy and curvy on the apron there as he slid up into him. That's Nigel in the 19, and he got a little swervy and curvy, like I said, and that caused the 47 to hit him. Alright, they're coming up on K-Therms in about a lap and a half. Let's get over to K-Therms' point of view. You can see him right in front of the leaders. Look at them. You can see him in his mirror. It's getting larger and larger for K-Therms as we're now under 10 to go in stage 2. 7 laps to go in stage 2. K-Therms is going to be swallowed up by the pack. Can he hang on to a top 5, top 10 spot? We'll see. They're going to be on his back bumper exiting 3 and 4 here. Actually entering 3 and 4. Here they come with a huge run. To the outside they go. They decide to push K-Therms. Interesting strategy by them, as that's going to leave Yoshi Racing out to dry. I am surprised by that. Bewildering strategy by the 19, but I guess it's going to work out for him. Is he going to push K-Therms back to the lead, as he's going to leave out Yoshi Racing? That is very surprising to me. I thought they would all go. I guess I was mistaken, so Yoshi goes all the way from making a pass to the lead, thinking he's going to have help, to the back of the field. As now the top 4... Oh, K-Therms under the apron. Oh, he's under the apron. That's not a good situation. He's going to have to check up, so K-Therms is going to lose the draft and everything. So that is an error by him under the apron. Maybe he could have checked up a little bit earlier instead of just waiting on Oh, the yellow, no, he's actually pitting. Okay, he's pitting this time by. Okay, I was wondering what he was doing. He was not good on fuel. That's surprising to me. So K-Therms could not make it on fuel and tires. So now we're going to have the last 5 laps to decide the Stage 2 winner. It's going to be different from Stage 1, as the 77 is nowhere to be seen. So Wesley, your Season 9 champion of the series, has the advantage over Slurp. You see the 45 and Nestle sitting, no, not Nestle. The 45 sitting in 3rd. Back there in 4th is going to be Yoshi Racing. 5th is going to be Stein. No, that's Big Colk in 4th, by the way. That is the 5 car sitting right behind this 45. Stein, Yoshi, Busch, R4D is your top 8s. Top 8 are neck and neck right now. 9th has fallen all the way back. Maybe K-Therms already pitted, so this is your battle for Stage 2 victory. So the move by the 19 decide to push K-Therms instead of helping, I guess, the 1 car has absolutely benefited him. I didn't think it would, but here's the number 1 thing that you get by abandoning him there in that situation is later in the race, that 1 car is going to remember that, and that's going to be something that the 19 is going to have in the back of his head. If they come down to pit road, they pit together, and there's a situation where there's a slower car, the 1 car will do the same thing that the 19 did to the 1, so look for that later in the events. That's something that could happen. Stage 2 is nearly done. I'm gonna get a lap count real quick. This time by. We should be under 3 to go laps in Stage 2. Where are our cars in this pack? There's Slurp. I think we're under 2 to go. We're seeing the runs being built up behind them. Here comes the 5. They're getting momentum. Oh, the 45 slides up into them. And around the... don't go. So that's going to end the debut for Stage 2 victory, maybe. And that's going to allow the 19 to win Stage number 2. That was white flag. No, this is white flag for Stage number 2. 5 car just checked up. Here they come. Stage 1, Stage 2, white flag is in the air. Here comes the 5 car. 19 has to block both lanes. Here comes the 5 on the outside. Wesley on the bottom, the 5 car on the top. Here we go in the 3 and 4 for the last time in Stage 2. Side by side for the lead, 2 Toyotas. This is going to be Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. all over again. Here we go to the line, and Wesley is going to hang on and win Stage number 2. 95 steals 2nd. Key points there. Key track position is going to be stuck on the outside lane now. Slurp 2nd, Big Colk 3rd, Nigel 4th, Stein 5th. 6th is going to be R4D, Yoshi 7th, Busch 9th, 8th, 9th is going to be that guy, and DJ Boston is 16, who went a lap down in Stage 1, gets some stage points. Good on him. We called that stage finish a little bit early, because I could not see the lap counter, as it was a little delayed on Yoshi's stream. No, in his game thing. So far, no cautions. Only one incident, really, that I would say was driver-oriented by someone that I didn't expect. And then I saw someone just full send it, didn't brake, just send it into the field. But I also saw a lot of cars here we go. Start of stage number 3. This stage is a little longer. Let me get the lap count for you guys real quick. Stage 3 is a little bit longer, but it should be a fun one as their slurp is going to fall away as they're getting a little spicy up here. They're weaving back and forth. They got to get it straight. As there's 33 laps, so a little bit longer than both the stages. But I don't think that would change things. I think people got to be patient still. I think there is a time to push as R4D is stuck on the outside lane. Oh! Someone hit Dave from back here. That guy Ty in the 28, he's been running solidly inside the top 10. Slurp got back in line around 8 and is now sitting there. Oh! Save it! Gordon Ramsay, you saved it. Good job, the 77. Nearly lost it as hitting the apron does that to you here. Keep it out of the wall and you should be good, Gordon. Just fall back in line as he strips the wall. Not a good sign for him, but he kept it straight. 77 out of line. The 10 car Kilbo out of line. Here comes the 11 of K-Therms as he gets back in line. Oh, no, Kilbo stuck 3 wide back here with K-Therms and the 36 as he scrapes the wall. He's got to get the push from the 77 who decides to go around him. I don't know about this. They got to rejoin and work together again. Oh, the checkups, they got to be less aggressive. Guys got to let off as here comes the 60 car and the 38 in the wall. 12 car, the 16 high. Not a good sign as they're all congested. The problem is not the good cars are not leading these lines. They got to get it reassembled. We got to identify the people who can push and the guys who can lead a line. I think Slurp is one of those guys where if you look at this field, he's someone you want to follow. He's proven it in this race already that you can follow him through the field. If I'm one of these guys, if I see Slurp make a move, I would follow him. Same thing with the 19. He's been able to make moves. On the bottom lane though. I think the 1 car of Yoshi is also someone to follow. The 5 car, Polk, has been reliable tonight. Bush has been very solid. Bush has been sitting inside the top 10. If he has not made a mistake, by the way. He's been sitting inside the... Oh, there they go! I think that was someone right in front of the 95 of Slurp who got into him, and that checked him up as they're still making contact back here. 36 of Reagan in the wall. And Slurp is going to lose the main pack's draft. Costly for him as a checkup. Someone got underneath him, moved him, and that got him out of the draft. So Slurp is not going to like that as it's going to cost him his stage 3 finish. As he's been running well all night long, and that's going to cost him. Main thing he can only really hope for is a caution in stage 3. There's really no other thing he can hope for, as it's really difficult to make up time again with this type of track. You can do it with a good group. Problem is the group is all congested at the moment. Oh, they're checking up. You can see the 60 car, 69 of 60 car of Tinks. Did not expect that. Oh my God, they're blocking a little bit. They're getting hooked on the back bumper of multiple cars. That's Wars in the 28s. Right behind him is the 8 car of Outsider. On board with Tinks, Wesley or later. Alright, we're gonna crank it up. Alright. We're starting to see moves being developed. Here comes the 34, 38 R4D. Melodramatic as well. Starting to work together on the outside lane. That guy Ty as well. He's getting help from the 28, 38s. These are good cars on the outside lane. Banjo on the top. So this is a good group to actually be on the top lane. They can hold their lines. If the 9 and the 1 decide to jump ship, I feel like that is a good opportunity for these guys, particularly as they're going to run down the backstretch. These are the guys I said earlier. That guy Ty can lead a lane. I feel like he's got this. On Liz is that you need the inside lane to have a bad checkup. Here they come. Bad checkup. They're unhooked at the bottom. Here comes the top. This is what they wanted on the outside lane. They needed to get unhooked. As soon as I said that, they get reassembled again as Slurp. Oh no! Epic Gamer Mello gets 3 by 3 now. They gotta get back in line. As the outside has deformed, they can't get back on the bottom, so that's gonna help R4D and Outsider get back up to the pack. As now K-Therm's gonna drop back to the rear. Let's get back up to the front. Nigel has led every single lap in stage 3 since the beginning. Colt has been following him as a steady wingman, basically. Just sitting there, doing what everyone's been doing tonight. Really just settling down, running a race, not really doing anything. To be honest with you, they're just pushing. They're letting off, half throttle maybe, just sitting there and being patient. I mean, based on what we're seeing, we haven't been able to see the moves being worked on the outside lane. When it's happened, it eventually goes away, as we see Big Colt get forced up to the top lane by the 45. That is track position that's going to be lost for the 5 cars. He's been up front all night long. Does the 47 let him in? He does. They're going to be friends. That's a friendly move as the 1 car nearly slides up as Yoshi is under the yellow line. Yoshi struggled tonight. I expected him to be strong, but he was a major disappointment. So that guy Ty, the guy who actually qualified first based off of pace tonight. Oh, on the apron, someone goes around! Who is that? That looked like the 47. No, that was not the 47, that was Dot. He's out. Man, oh, Relaxed Yellow's out! The 16 of Boston was involved. And that's our first caution of the night. That eliminates fuel strategy. First Relaxed Yellow of the event. And this is going to shake up some things. Going to put some cars in the lap. And now, how aggressive are some people in this last stint of the race without having to worry about fuel? We're going to see. I just want them to make it a white flag without a yellow. That guy Ty lost multiple positions. Get back to the lead. The front 2, Nigel in the 19. R4D in that 38 as the 1 car immediately slots in right behind the 38. As they're single file basically on the apron, but top 3 are still side by side, 3rd and 4th, as the 19 decides to give a little draft as we're on the apron a little bit. They keep it straight, the 82, there they go, the 24 of Yoshi gets free. There's a white car that might have not been Yoshi, that might have been Kevin. That might have been Kevin Yu. My apologies, Yoshi. That was Kevin Yu who got loose on the apron there, as they're now going to single out for who knows long, as we've seen single file racing throughout tonight as someone is dropping all the way back to 45 and Nigel 45 has gone from the lead, battling for the lead, all the way outside the top 15 in the race. That is a tough break for him, as he was fighting for a top 5 earlier. Kevin Yu, a little squirrely there. Number one thing people gotta realize is when you have to check up a little bit earlier in these cars, you cannot hit the back bumper or something. And unlike in 22s, you will get free and probably wreck. You gotta be a lot more patient with the bumps. You're gonna get more runs also. Oh, someone forcing the 45 sends Kilbo off the track. Kilbo's not gonna like that. As he's gonna slot in line right in front of them. Huge bump is gonna cost the car right behind him position. 77 up the track. It's aggressive blocking on Ramsey, who had an amazing save earlier in the event. As K-Terms is now in the line. Oh, 47 and 11 getting into it. They gotta settle their differences if they want to get back up front. As R4D is up to second. Third is going to be Yoshi Racing. Fourth is going to be Stein. But your leader is a Season 9 champion. Colt sits in 5th, Outsider in 6th. As Banjo's out of line. Oh, they're all in the grass. Somebody else in the grass. That's Kilbo, I think. So he's going to come off the track. He saves it. As he's going to get back in line, as that was a huge check with the 47. He's going to try to get back in front of Kilbo back there. I say it's a minefield about 15th on back, as a lot of people are dueling his outsiders out of line. He's going to go back to the minefield that is the rear of the field. Oh, Kilbo on the wall. Another guy in the wall back there. 11 car of K-Terms in the wall. This Melodramatic is stuck back there as well. Slurp is sitting just outside the top 10, around 12th. Has not been able to make his moves to the field as he got, I think, shuffled out and maybe lost the draft at the beginning of stage 3, but the caution did save him. So he is now in the fight for a potential win tonight. I think we got 18 to go? I think it's 18 to go now. Roars sits there just outside the top 10. But Wesley has been leading. 13 to go in this race. Laps are dwindling down. We're getting to a point where we're going to see some aggression from drivers, maybe in the rear of the field. We're already seeing it with a lot of guys back there. K-Terms is one of the guys who's been willing to make moves as the 12 car gets sent 3 wide as the 10 car is making a run. K-Terms gets in line right in front of the 21. As Yoshi goes to the top. He's got to get back in line. He's not going to be able to. As they all check up on the bottom lane. That's something going to be monitored, is that they're checking up a ton on the bottom lane, so it might be faster at points in this stage to actually run the top. You might be able to gain like 3 or 4 seconds, but you need help. You can make a drive or a run with the outside lane, but you're going to need at least 3 or 4 cars, and it's, in my opinion, it's got to come from either Yoshi, Stein, and maybe the 5 car Kelk. It's got to come from these two, and maybe that guy. I think it has to come from a top 5 car. If it's not from a top 5 car, it won't work. That guy making a lunge. Here comes the top lane, trying to get the run momentum. As a 36 of Reagan out of line. They checked up. Oh, there goes the 82 of that guy. He's going to fall all the way back to the rear. but there's still time to make moves. As we are under 11 laps to go at Daytona for the season 13 opener. So far, we've had one caution. Besides that, it's been fairly decent. I say the racing has been impressive, even. It's been very solid. From what I anticipated to what I got has been very good so far, but it's not over. I want to see what happens in the final few laps, because this can determine what a league is as the one car gets shuffled out. 60 car of this, inside the top 5. Oh, harder to the wall, Yoshi goes! I don't know what happened to Yoshi, but that was hard contact by him. Someone in the grass! And they save it back there. I don't know what was that. As Wesley, we nearly had a big one back there as we got 10 laps, we're under 10 to go. Oh, hard into the wall, someone else goes. That's gonna probably do it for his race. As Yoshi has lost the main pack's draft. Slurp, now inside the top 6. Top 7 with Kevin Yu pushing him. Kevin and him could be a great duo in the race, as well as with Banjo. These these 3 guys can work together if they get the guy behind him to work with them. The issue is they have to check up so much later. As they're making a run, look at them. To the top they go. Oh, a little lag spike from Wesley maybe. Maybe a checkup as they're starting to make moves. Starting to go to the top. We can see Yoshi Racing lead the top lane. But they're dropping like a fly. There's no momentum up there, as they're going to lose a ton of track position. That guy is up there with him, but there's nothing really doing up there. Not enough cars. One to 7 to go at the line. 5 cars. Not really making a move. He's just looking to see what can happen. 8 to go, actually. Nothing's really happening. I'm looking for the move to be made. I don't know who it's going to be by inside the top 10. We're just waiting for it to happen. Here comes the move from the 5 car of Kelk. I told you earlier, he's going to be the one to move. He's got the help of the 60. He needs a little bit more help from the 4th. Oh, some contact between R4D sliding up the track a little bit. They need to get some side draft. They need some help from the cars behind them. They're going to make it 3 wide into the wall. He goes. And that's going to do it for that guy. He's around. And around they go again. And that's going to be the big one. And around they go. That should be a man. Caution. They're still wrecking. We're still green. That's the problem with caution's out. Caution is out. The relaxed yellow came out, and that's going to restack the field. I thought it was going to call a caution for a second. Luckily it did. Because that was a big one. Tiny mistake by hitting the apron there. Number one thing I don't want to see from this group. You've had a great race all race long. Do not screw it up by being overly aggressive and making dumb moves at the end just to win the opener. Sorry, Mom. But yeah, they gotta be smart here. Be passively aggressive. Make moves, but don't wreck the field doing it. That's all I'm saying. A lot of people make a mistake by being overly aggressive in these last few laps, willing to make any move, but you gotta be patient. You can't wreck the field by making your move. We're gonna get up front. Do we have 2 tire stops? It's a 19 on the front row with under 5 laps to go in this race. We're boogity boogity boogie. Let's go racing in stage 3, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Front row is Kevin Yu, stage 1 winner, and the 45 sitting in 3rd with Wesley as your leader. We're now 4 laps to go in this event. It's the open at Daytona. We can see them stacking up on the apron. A lot of contact on the cars, just chunking the yellow line there. Here comes the 45. 38 of R4D sits in third. The 5 car was willing to make a move last time. Does he do it again? The question is, do they have communication? Oh, there they go again. 1 car around, another car slaps the wall, another car on the wall, another car hard into the wall. The 60 car tapped the wall there. 99 of Kevin, that's his race over. 2 to go. When do we see the move for the 45 and the 38? 3 laps to go, my apologies. The question is it made on the backstretch or in 3 and 4? I feel like if you make it off of 3 and 4, you could do it. I've seen it happen before with Norman. Would actually lost my plan B. He did it in ODRL Premier Series as we see the apron 47 up the track into Yoshi. That's going to cost Yoshi a top 5 as he tries to come back down and gets hit by Kilbo. As Kilbo's going to get sent 3 wide. As they're getting shuffled out back there. 2 to go at Daytona. The opener for season 13 is going to come down. Potentially a last lap fight. We're starting to see them 5th on back, starting to make moves. When does the 45 decide enough is enough? We can see the 38 of R4D backing it up. Here comes R4D with the 5 cars going to help him this time. Does the 5 car make it 3 wide? He makes contact side by side for the lead. 2 to go. They're battling for the lead now. R4D tries to come down. The 19's still there. He clears them. To the lead he goes. What a dive there. He took over the bottom lane. He's going to give the drought to the top. As we're now white flag for season 13 opener at Daytona. Does the 19 make a move? He decides to push the 38 of R4D. White flag is in the air. Battle for the lead is going to heat up. R4D, 19 loses momentum. Do we see the 45 make a move? Here comes the 45. Does he make a move? Here comes the 8 car outsider with a run. Are they going to be able to make a move? I don't know. There's not enough momentum being born here. I think R4D's got it, guys. This is going to be an outstanding win. The outsider might have a last lap attempt. Here we go on the backstretch for the front stretch for the final time. R4D is going to win it at Daytona. No move was really attempted to be made besides that beautiful pass by R4D to get to the bottom lane. Beautiful execution by him just to secure the W. R4D outsider and 9 speed. Okay. So R4D, one of the guys that I know from NXT series, wins the opener. Oh, surprising. Not surprising to me. I already knew he was speed. Nigel's speed though was definitely a surprise, but at the same time, it is Daytona. Wesley had a great race as well. He was leading a ton of laps there till the end. Do we know who finished second, Nigel? Who finished second? It was outsider. Okay. There we go. Alright. How do I don't have a custom 45. Alright, we'll try to find something similar to.
Alright, there we go. Congrats, Joey.
Alright.
Joe, you knew I wasn't gonna make a move. I was gonna.
Oh, okay. I don't have a 45 car. I'll just go to my custom car, I guess. Alright. Who's in third place? Make sure you guys can include your.
I got my audio.
Make sure you include her. Okay, let me make sure you can hear you real quick. Alright. Let me check my stream real quick. Give me a second. Say something real quick.
What's up, guys? Whew.
Alright. All right, all right, all right, all right, Nigel. All right, so I think were you one of the guys who was leading? 5 to go, we get a caution. Your thoughts going into that and being front row alongside the 19. What was your thoughts going into the final 5 laps, and what about the racing at the end there? Because that was fun to watch. I
Yes,
know the move.
move didn't play out, but yeah, I mean, it was tough there on the restart with stage three. I started second and got shuffled back down to 15th. Just couldn't find a spot on the inside, and that's just how these super speedway races kind of play out. And just had to methodically work my way back up. And when we got the caution there, uh, got up to third, and I lined up behind Wesley, and there's been a lot of different ways you can win these races, but you just have to. I just know that everybody's so selfish here, and I knew that if I'm in a position where I'm second, that I'm just gonna have to hope that a run accumulates and they give up the inside lane. That's how I won a couple seasons ago, and I knew that was really what I was going to be needing, because it really just depends on the position you're in, right? Like if you're more towards the back, like six or so, you just got to try to build a run. If you're in the lead, you just got to try to keep that. But on that last restart,
Keep the gap.
I understood on that last restart. I knew where what my situation was, and I just tried to play it to the best of my ability. Obviously, just really disappointed that we couldn't come out here with the win, but second in stage one, fourth in stage two, and then third in the
I was about to
race.
say.
Great stage or great points day. Super excited about that. But overall, just wish we could have gotten it done. Congrats to Joey. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say in terms of points day, Nigel, you were one of the cars that was up front all night inside the top 5. So congrats on the top 5. Any special shoutouts? A top 3 actually.
I got a lot. I got quite a few people. Wesley ran a good race. He had a good spot there. Shout out to Brandon. Worked well with him all day. Kevin and Stein. It was fun to Kevin Stein and Parker. It was fun to work with them. Shout out to Stein especially. He let me in at one point. It really helped me out. Prevented what happened in stage three from happening in stage two, and that probably got me a few extra points. Obviously, Joey Wyatt ran a pretty good race there, was able to get up there towards the end. He's my pick in fantasy, so he brought me a lot of good points today. So, but besides that, that's really all I got.
All right, Nigel. It was good talking to you for the first time. Hopefully, we can hear from you more this season. As I haven't met you before, but you definitely seem like a fun person to talk to. So congrats on the top 3, and hopefully you have a good rest of the season.
Yeah, man, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, we're gonna move on to our second place car. Somebody that I know. So funny, surprising. I know. We know him from the NXT series. Outsider, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
All right, outs. I'm doing pretty good. Outsider. This is one of the races where you came back at the end. I would say. Stage 1 and stage 2. Did you get stage points in those stages? I don't.
I got for fifth and stage one.
Okay.
'Cause I
Well,
was
overall
the
though,
leader that pitted early.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, some
Yeah.
people pitted early in that stage, but overall, outsider. What was your thoughts going into the last caution? Is I think that honestly helped you out massively as you're able to gain a lot of track position at the end there, and you saw Wesley slap the track. What was your thoughts going into the
It,
final few laps as you were trying to back it up, if I'm not
it,
mistaken, to make the run?
yeah, it definitely helped out a lot there. I knew if I could start on the bottom there at the end and just, hold the bottom lane the best I could, that, hopefully if people, start to make, aggressive moves like they were making, then, I just slide right on the bottom, and that's what happened. Um, I just knew that I needed to play it smart there at the end and not, get too over my head and be aggressive there at the end, because I felt that that was the best way I could move up to the field the way I wanted to. And I knew once I got to Joey, I knew I was in a pretty good position to get a solid finish. And I had a feeling there with about 2 to go that with Joey, where Joey was at, I had a feeling that he was gonna make a move pretty soon. So I knew that I just needed to sit tight behind him, and um, he was fortunate enough to get past the 19 there at the end, and I just kind of followed right on there with him and ended up getting second. So Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. Stage 2, I made a mistake, spit on pit road. Unfortunately, put us further back, but we were able to fortunately make some gains, there towards the end and climb back up, so.
Yeah, definitely got the finish you needed there, Outsider. So, any special shoutouts, and what is your yeah, any special shoutouts?
Um, a few actually, definitely one of them would be Joey. He really ran a smart race today. Um, Probably smarter than most of the people out there. Um, he really took care of his car and did a good job. Congrats to him on the win. That was a good win for him. Um, Another one for sure would probably be Rory's Rory because um I think he had the potential to get a good finish there. Had that those runs he was trying to make there at the end would have worked. He probably would have got a good finish. So shout out to him and shout out to Nigel probably because he was pretty quick there as well. So yeah.
Yep, definitely. All right, Outsider. Congrats on the top three finish. I will hopefully hear from you next time when we run this series, but also on Saturday night, Sunday night. My apologies, as you do run the NXT series that I commentate. So that'll be fun to watch you there, and also here on Thursday nights. Congrats on the top three finish, and have a great night.
Yes, you too.
All right, we're gonna move on to someone that I kind of know a little bit. You know, R4D. It's starting to become normal to hear from you. No, I'm joking, obviously, but R4D, what a move at the end there. That I don't know how you got it done. You're able to get right in front of the 19. So, give me your like game plan in the last 3 laps if you're there mixing with your audio. Just that move was so clutch at the end there.
Alright, I want to, oh gosh, I want to shout out Brandon and Ty. I wasn't actually gonna make a move there, and then I heard Ty over the radio like say, "You gotta go now." So I was like, "All right, I'll try." And I didn't think Brandon was gonna go with me, and I did it, and he went with me. So shout out to Brandon and Ty and Wyatt and all those guys that helped me. And then I barely cleared him. I don't know how I did.
Yes, it was so close.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I have a chance," and so I just kind of held the bottom, and we got her done.
Yeah, definitely R4D. Man, getting a win in the opener though is definitely a great start to your championship season. So, what is your plan going forward after this win?
Keep racking up wins and take the points lead and just keep it all the way through the season.
Definitely. All right, R4D. Any special shoutouts?
Well, I gotta shout out Wyatt, of course. He helped me all night. Gotta shout out my two teammates, Tinks and or not Brandon, sorry, Banjo. Of course, Brandon. I'll shout out Nigel too. Uh, that's about it. Oh yeah, shout out Slurp. I'll give a shout out to Slurp.
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 All right. Yeah, I mean R4D. That's what you want. I mean, a start out to the season, a win, a W in the win column. Definitely a great start. You're trying to win your first championship in the series, if I'm not mistaken. So, I wish you luck on that, R4D. Hopefully, I'll hear from you Sunday if you decide to race for the first time in a while.
I will be there.
You've been finally.
Yeah.
Good God, you've been not showing up
Yeah.
every week.
I missed the last.
Yeah, you're losing your points lead.
I know.
Yeah, you lost your points lead because you decided to, have a life.
Yeah.
All right. Either way, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll hear from you next week as well and Sunday night. Wish you the best. I'm gonna send you out, let you have your good night. Hoping we get the results because I do want to go over results if possible.
I have
Hoping
results.
they come out.
I can.
Can you? I need like pictures.
Yeah, I
if
got you.
possible.
I got you. I can send you full results. I have to do it as an official anyways. So.
Gotcha.
Let me just find your game today. I got you. There we go. Yeah,
I'll get that on my phone.
yeah. I sent you a request.
Where is it in my chat requests?
Yeah, it's in your chat requests.
I don't see it for some reason. Hold on. Let me message you real quick. Give me a second. I don't want my stream to stop. Give me. There you go. Message that real quick. I message you.
Alright.
Nigel, right?
Yeah.
I message you.
Okay.
Alright, we're just gonna get results in a second, guys. Just give us 1 second, and then we're gonna wrap it up. As this tonight, to be honest with you, it honestly was really good. I'll give you guys props. It definitely, what I heard going into the night was a little bit sour, but overall great racing. We had some mistakes from some drivers, but I would say as that was definitely a good impression. First race, some issues, some cautions. I think only 3 overall, and majority of them were just race based, not really just. It was race based. So overall, I would rate that race an 8 out of 10. Solid racing. Little trainy, but the move at the end by R4D was definitely worth it at the end, as he barely cleared second place, able to secure it, and then just held on to get the first win of season 13. So one of the guys who I knew going into this race would be a factor. I thought it was gonna be Yoshi, and Yoshi really struggled tonight. It was honestly surprising. I expected Yoshi to be a lot stronger, but he made a ton of mistakes early on, and that is what bite him in the nip. No, we don't say that. That just bit him in the ass. That's what we like to say.
Alright, I sent it to the group chat. I guess everything's breaking right now, so.
Alright, we're going to go over our top 10. Top 10 in the race is going to be... I'm going to download this real quick. Alright. I'm trying to... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go over top 10. Alright, so our top 10 tonight. Top 10 tonight. Let me delete this real quick. Alright, top 10 tonight. R4D wins the opener at Daytona. Second place is going to be Outsider. We got Nigel in third. The 19 of Wesley ends up fourth. The 16 of Boston, who also went a lap down in stage 1, had a great finish. Finished fifth place tonight. Reagan. That guy Ty in the 28, who qualified the highest out of the non-4 drivers locked in the top 4, finishes 6th. Yoshi finishes 7th, the pole sitter tonight. Epic Gamer finishes 8th. 9th is going to be the Bush in the 47. Big Culk, after trying to make a move at the end, finishes 10th. Reagan Boy finishes 11th. 12th is going to be Kilbo in his return. 13th is going to be Gordon Ramsay, who had the amazing stave in stage 1. Slurp, who we saw up front, leading lines and stuff, sadly finishes 14th. Roars finishes 15th. Melodramatic, the league owner, finishes 16th. Banjo, 17th. 18th is going to be Tinks Puda, who also we saw inside the top 5 within, I think, 7 to go. So he had a bad finish, rough finish at the end. Yoshi Racing finishes 19th. 20th is going to be Kevin Yu, who won stage 1. Did not have a good break at the end. 21st is going to be K-Therms. Stein finishes 22nd. And Dot Husky rounds out your 23-man car field. So overall, guys, that is going to do it for me. I had some fun tonight. Enjoyed racing. I enjoyed commentating my first race. Calls were maybe okay at best in one stage, stage 2. But I got it done. Had fun. R4D, though, a familiar face from the NXT series, gets it done at Daytona. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.